Good morning, everyone. It's October 30th, and this is Katie Carney's Stitching, and this is my Flosstube number 72. Where does the time go? As you can see, I'm having a great hair day here in Scranton, PA. We have frost on the ground. It's chilly out. I just got back from Mass. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining, so I figured now was as good a time as any to film. It's been several weeks. I had a birthday on the 16th. I had a wonderful day. And then I went on a vacation. I haven't been on a not family visiting vacation. That was, so, Mark and I go away for a night or two to see like the orchestra, or we went up to see the opera in New York. But this was like an actual vacation. We took Amtrak to West Virginia. And we had what's called a little roomette, and, they bring you your food, and it's very private, and there's beds, and it was wonderful. And then we took a fall foliage train ride, and then we came back, and Saturday we walked a half marathon, not like in a race, just during the day. And then we went and saw the orchestra, came home. It was wonderful. I really needed a few days away, and like not busy days. We were on the train, so there's really only so much you can do. I didn't have cell phone service. I brought knitting with me. So it was great. It was the best. And I would not say no to going back. And then we came home Saturday. We got home at like 12:30 in the morning. So I guess that was technically Sunday. A little bit of whipped cream there. I have this pumpkin spice whipped cream, and I've been putting it on top of my second cup of coffee. So anyway, we came home, and Sunday I could barely walk. We had walked and walked and walked and walked. So I went grocery shopping and did my normal Sunday thing. And around 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, I'm making dinner, and I get a message from Mark that he's coming down. I was like, okay, I'm going to be eating. You can eat with us if you want. I knew he would not want, I was making honey chicken. He would not eat that. He's the pickiest eater. So he comes down, and he put a second heating zone in my house. And that took until about 11 o'clock Sunday. And then I didn't have heat upstairs, which was fine because it was 70 degrees. The heat wasn't on anyway. He came back Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And then finally Friday, he came over and picked up all of his stuff. He's amazing. The fact that he could add the piping in for the second zone, the fact that he could add the thermostat and do the electric and the gas and the whole thing. He's amazing. Because our heating system is gas, but it's water heated. So it was a wet experience on Sunday. There was water. Oh boy. But he was not nervous. And then when he was doing the wiring, I was like this. I was so nervous that he was going to electrocute himself, but he didn't. It was great. So it's been a very busy few weeks, and I have not gotten a ton of stitching done. I got a little bit done. I didn't get any done on the trip. I knit pretty exclusively on the trip for a couple reasons, not the least of which was I wanted to be able to look out the window and enjoy the fall foliage. I don't look when I knit. When I knit, well, I have it here so I can show you. Hang on. When I knit, I have a very small hand movement, and I don't really watch it. So I can sit here and talk to you and knit and, do. So I knit pretty much I did knit exclusively on the train. And then when I came back, he was here and I was helping. So the cross-stitching has not really happened. And then since I started the new heart pill, I've been walking more at work. So on my lunch, instead of stitching for 15 minutes, I go outside and I walk, which is great. I'm sure that when it's really cold in the winter, I will go back to stitching. So anyway, let's get to, I have 2 fully finishes, neither of which are cross stitch. My cousin Daniel, He's the baby Carney cousin, is having a baby with his lovely wife, Lauren. And the shower's next week. So they are hikers. They've done like a lot of the Appalachian Trail. They are adventure seekers. So I found this pretty fabric at Hobby Lobby. And then I just backed it in a flannel. I've discovered I like the flannel to work with a lot more than I like this stuff. The minky, is that what it's called? Flannel's a lot easier to work with. So I get a yard of each. I iron them and I lay it out and fronts together, excuse me. I lay it out, fronts together, pin it. I go all the way around. I leave myself like this much, flip it inside out, push the edges in, and then I go back around again. And that's how I do my quick baby blanket. So I don't know if they'll like it or not, but I can't afford a $200 bouncer. Baby things are expensive, y'all. Maybe I shouldn't have children. $200 for the baby to bounce. They probably won't even like it. So anyway, that's the gift, and then I will give them, they asked for baby books. And I'm sorry, I need my coffee today. They asked for baby books, so I have 2 sets of, these are a few of my favorite things from The Sound of Music written into a children's book, and Do Re Mi. So Fra will give one and I'll give the other. And then my other fully finish is I finally started Fra's Christmas ornaments. Whoops. So these are called Danish stars. I found it last year on Pinterest looking for projects for the sisters to do. Isn't that cute? So I just have to I'll add a string here. They're so easy. So I have 19 more to make, obviously. But I bought a jelly roll from Joann's. I need to get another one of Christmas fabric. You cut the strips into thirds, iron them, starch them, and then you sew the tube and then flip them inside out, or right side out, excuse me. And then it's just folding. I love them. So a jelly roll from Joann's would make 15, I think, and I need 20. But I'd also like to make them for some coworkers because they're easy. So I'm going to get another jelly roll and hopefully just use all the fabric. Like I said, they're very, very easy, and I think they're very cute. The hardest part is flipping the tube. Is flipping the tube back around. I've been using a safety pin. I'm going to go to Joann's today. They don't open till noon. And see if they have a bobkin, and if they do, I'll get one of those because that should make it a little easier. We'll see. So those are my 2 fully finishes, and then I have a couple of starts, one of which is for my godson Nicholas. His baptism is the 20th of November. I had offered to knit a baby blanket for him. I only knit baby blankets for babies who are special. It takes a long time to knit a baby blanket. It's not hard, but it's a lot of time. I'm probably 30-ish hours into this, and I'm about halfway done. I'm through the hard part of this, but it's one of those ones that starts very small and gets bigger. So anyway, I've made this twice before, and it says Hush Baby, Sleep Baby. So you knit you do a lace pattern to make the letters show up. Initially, I knew the father crocheted and the grandmother does some sort of crafting. So I had said, do you want me to or not? I'm not offended. I just need to know because I'm not going to make them something if you don't need it or want it. And she had said, we've got it. His mom will make something. And then I was leaving on my trip on Tuesday night, and Monday my friend messaged me and she goes, I really wish I would have said yes to a baptismal blanket. his mom really didn't come through. And like, she wasn't asking, but I mean, he's my godson. So I went to Hobby Lobby. I am using, hang on one second, let me find it. I am using Soft and Sleek DK by Yarn Bee. This is from Hobby Lobby. I'm still on the first ball, so I will need probably 1 and maybe 1.5. Definitely not the 3 that I bought, but that's okay. So I started this that Monday night. I went and got the yarn and got started on it because I wanted to be in a good spot when I got on the train. And it was perfect for the train. Mark was working. He worked the entire time, which is fine. And so I knit the entire time. So you're not going to really be able to see it because it's a circle. But so this intersection is just lace. But then this part here, so you see it says baby. Can you see that? So there we go. So I'll block that out so it's bigger. So I have finished. I am on my first of this, what's called the feather and fan. So this all the way to like here is done. And I have all this to go. And then I'll have to block it. So I need it to be done. The baptism is the 20th. I think the 20th. Hang on, let's check. The baptism is Sunday the 20th, yes, of November. So I have to have it done by like the 17th. And I would have to have it done by the 17th and washed and blocking before the 17th so that it would have time to dry. And I would probably have to crank up the heat up here to dry it. So ideally I would be done like soon. What I did yesterday, because I had so much to do, is I would set a timer on my house robot over here, my Alexa, for 10 minutes. And I would do 10 minutes of the baby blanket and the ornaments, like sewing, because 10 minutes of knitting, and then I would do 10 minutes of the baby blanket, and then 10 minutes of cross stitching, and then 10 minutes, like I was just back and forth I would do 10 minutes of sewing, and then 10 minutes of either cross stitch or the baby blanket, 10 minutes of sewing, and 10 minutes of cross stitch or baby blanket. It would be a little more than 10. I would finish whatever I was doing, but it really worked for me to be like, okay, I have to do this for 10 minutes. It's like cleaning. I do the same thing when I need to clean. I'll sit and stitch for 10 minutes and then I'll clean for 10 and I'll sit and it makes me do it. It's who I am. No cleaning was done yesterday. I was too busy. So, I'm probably going to do the same today when I'm done recording. With the ornaments and the knitting and maybe the cross stitching. We'll see. Because I want to cross stitch. I love it. I just have not had time. So that's a new start. And then my other new start was, things are falling, was my birthday new start. And you guys knew this was coming. So this is being housed in my Rika project folder. This is beautiful, by the way. She is very talented. And it is Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. I started this on my birthday. My birthday gift from my friend Susie on the 15th was her putting all of the floss on a floss ring. Turns out, though, that the floss tags I made on my Cricut, the little holes are not quite big enough. So the next round I make, I'll have to make them bigger. Very autumnal. I love these colors. Not that I've used any of them yet. So like I said, I started this on my birthday and then didn't really get to work on it very much because I was going away. So my birthday, I think I got this top part done, and then I'm just working my way down with the boxes. This is on 40 count. Picture this plus sand, and it's Newcastle linen. It's beautiful fabric. beautiful, but it's a lot of fabric. I do think, though, when I give myself the margin over here, I'm going to have enough that I'll be able to do a narrow project on the other part. But let's get into haul, because so my eyes, I can see, when this is on a hoop, I can see it with light, like with just my $15 Walmart light, but it's difficult. So I started wearing, I have magnifying glasses that I got at CVS for like $10. Because I have technically I have perfect, I think I have perfect vision. I always have. But I was having trouble with the 40 count. So I've been kind of on the hunt for a magnifier. I don't need the light, I need the magnifier. So yesterday I was at Hobby Lobby and I got this OttLight magnifier because I didn't want to spend $160 on the floor one, because that's a lot of money, and what if I didn't like it? So this one was, I think, $18, and I had a gift card. Thank you, Tara, very much. It looks like this. Ooh. The problem I'm having is this part is not tight, so I actually brought a screwdriver up to try to tighten it. But the problem is, of course, that oh wait, no. Anyway, I'll play with this when we're not on. I really like the magnification. Oh, there's a look. Look at all my pores. I really like the magnification, but I'm having trouble figuring out where to put it on my stand. So I have it attached to I have a large hoop that I use for this project. And it does connect pretty well to the hoop. I just need to tighten that base. So anyway, this is what I've gotten done. I actually the current block that I'm working on, that was what I did yesterday in my 10 minutes at a time. And then after dinner last night, all I did was knit. Because again, this is for me and that project's for a baby. More important. So then, what else did I work on? I still have not finished this Prairie Schooler Santa. I should just sit and finish that. I keep saying that and then I don't. So this is 1990 Santa. I thought that I needed 640, so I bought another thing of 640, and I needed 645, and I still didn't have 645, so I'm just using a different color for the squirrel here. I was just like, I can't with this anymore. So he's getting there. The Santa himself is done. And I'm working on the squirrel down here, and then it's just the border and some fill-in with some colors I didn't have. So it's pretty close. I should just sit down and finish it today. Maybe I will. We'll see. I don't know why. I like the Prairie Schooler Santas a lot. I just have had like a block against him for some reason. Then Tuesday, we were supposed to leave at like 5 o'clock, and Mark got stuck at work. So we left at like 6:37. So I needed something very simple to work on, and I pulled out Sister Redempta's piece that I'm making her for Christmas, and I started the letters. So I didn't get a ton done. This is like an hour's worth of work, or a half hour. So right now it says in the so it will say in the beginning. But I love the colors. I think that the words are really gonna look good on this fabric. I hope she likes it. I do. So I guess if she doesn't, I'll keep it, right? So yeah, like I said, there was not much time working on that. And it'll just say, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word, what is the end? And the Word was God, John 1:1. So, and this is in a bag that, I think this is, what is her name? Susie Hobby, something. Holly Hobby, I think that's her. Cute little bag. And that is it for my whips, but I do have some birthday haul. Well, not so much birthday haul. Oh, wait. I finally cut the fabric for this little, that's going to be a pillow. And I ironed it. So today, the plan is, since I have a sewing machine out, to actually do this. So that is a plan for today. So you should see it fully finished next time. And then I have another cousin, actually the brother of Daniel. And they're having the first Carney girl. This is their second child. They had a sprinkle, but I didn't go. So yesterday I was at Hobby Lobby, and on the clearance rack they had some of this, which is felt, or flannel, excuse me, on clearance, just a strip of it, and this minky. And it's kind of narrow. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them both in half. We're going to play with it and do like kind of a big patchwork. We're going to play with it. It was like $8 worth of fabric. I'm not going to stress about it. But that's a later problem. So those are my plans. Christmas ornaments, maybe a baby blanket today, the finished pillow, which won't take long, and then knitting and cross stitching. Oh my, oh my. Then months and months and months ago, I ordered from Bestitch Me her autumn mystery fabric club and the hand-dyed silk. And it finally came in, and it's gorgeous. So here's the silks. This is the big one, fall foliage. So I didn't know how many you were going to get. We got a lot. I don't remember how much it cost because it was so long ago. So those are the silks. Beautiful. Don't know what I'm going to use them for. I got them on a whim, and then I remembered that I'm a slave to a pattern, so we'll see. And then she always seems to send a couple extras of her silks, so that was sweet of her. I just sneezed. Hang on. Excuse me. And then the fabric. Whew. I got the 16 count Aida because I don't really have much. This is called Gold Rush. Beautiful. This is called Oh My Gourd. Also beautiful. This is called, I don't know how to say that, Gambogi. I don't know. It's pretty though. Very pretty. And then this one is, I don't know how to say this either. But this one is probably the most like kind of crazy. So I'm really glad I did this. I would definitely do her autumnal fabric of the month again, because it's very good. And then my dad for my birthday got me, this is Philomena's Fashions. It's a cross-stitch collection from the Daughters of the American Revolution. His fiance is a member. So they used these pieces as the inspiration. They don't have any like super big projects in here, but they definitely have some smalls and lettering, which is great. So this was a lovely little gift from my dad and his fiance. And then he also got me Founding Foodies. And this is how Washington, Jefferson, and Franklin revolutionized American cuisine. So I can't wait to read that. I brought it with me on vacation, and then I didn't read it all. There was no time. And I think that's it for me. Ooh, things are falling here. This is my grandmother's iron here because my $200 iron broke. Called the company and they were like, well, it's 2 years out of warranty, you're out of luck. But I have the one that lifts up automatically when you put it down, and I have very weak, I broke both my wrists. So for some reason, the act of ironing and then pulling the iron up to put it down is very painful for me. So I need the one that lifts up automatically so you don't have to turn it. So I had to order a new one, and it should be here tomorrow because yesterday I was ironing. And one, hers is smaller, and two, my wrist hurt so bad that I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. So yeah, that was an unexpected, very expensive purchase. I was I don't know how it broke. I've only had it for 2 years, and it's not like I'm ironing every day, but what can you do? Anyway, I hope that you're all well. This was so much fun. I love catching up with you. Thank you for all your comments and all your love, and I will talk to you soon. Stay safe. Bye.